guys know this about me, but I'm actually kind of an extreme sports nut. Downhill mountain bike racing, skydiving, piloting airplanes at night in bad weather, I've done them all. But actually one of the scariest things for me is, believe it or not, walking up to a stranger and saying hello. So I am really excited to hear what Jessica Moorhouse has to say about what she learned talking to 52 strangers in a year. Give it up for Jessica.
Hello, my name is Jessica Moorhouse, and as the slide says, I am not afraid to talk to you. I swear I'm not afraid at all. But that is not something I could have said at the last FinCon. Just as a show of hands, who's an introvert here? There's more of you, you're just shy. So this was me at the last FinCon. I was absolutely afraid to talk to anybody, and I know I missed out on a lot of great things. I was socially awkward, and I just get clammy, and I was just like freaked out the whole time, and so it wasn't great. But you know what I think is I'm very ambitious, and I have a lot of big dreams and big goals, and so I felt like being an introvert really held me back from some of the things that I wanted to achieve. Especially when I was at FinCon, there's lots of people, cool people I wanted to meet. So after I left FinCon 2014, the first one I went to, I'm like, no, this is going to change. I'm going to do something different. I got this. I'm going to change the course of my life so I can take control of my life and take control of my introvertism. So the crazy thing I did was start a podcast.
Yeah!
It was
crazy
awesome and terrifying because it meant talking to strangers. And that's the one thing I'm really bad at, but I did it. Here's the proof, I'm not lying, it exists. That old man is the grandpa, so he's not a stranger technically. Also, that other man is my husband, not a stranger. But I started a podcast called the More Money Podcast, and I've had it for over a year now.
Yeah.
And what I've discovered is it opened up a whole new world for me. I didn't realize that talking to people, finding out about their stories, could really affect you and make you grow and progress in your life. I had no idea the impact. And this actually just happened a couple of weeks ago. I got in the paper. So there's been a lot of great things that have happened because I've had a podcast. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of great things that can happen. People were discovering my story and what I could do. And I want this to be you too. Now that was a big byproduct, but honestly the big thing for me is I felt like I could finally take control of my life, take control of my destiny, do things I really want to do that scared me, because I did something that scared me, and it worked, and it's okay, and it got better. I also discovered I really like talking to people, and I thought I hated people. I love talking to people and getting to know their stories. It empowers me. It makes me realize that I'm not alone, that people are going through the same stuff I am, and then listeners come back to me and say, hey, that's the same thing. So I want to, basically, the point of this isn't start a podcast, but maybe do, but maybe don't. That might be right for you, but I want all the introverts in here just to know you can change. You don't have to be tied down to your introvertism. So if you're ambitious like me, but also very shy and introverted naturally, it's okay. You can still shoot for greatness if you want. I'm going to give you some steps, some actionable steps right now on what you can do to do that. So the first one is start talking to people on the phone. This may seem very simple, but when's the last time you've actually done that? I don't talk to people on the phone anymore. I just text or snap or whatever the hell. So talk to people on the phone to get comfortable. Do something crazy and go out and meet new people. If you're here, you kind of did the first step to that, so congrats on you. But if you're going to this and not talking to anyone, it's kind of useless, just like what I did. So go out there and talk to people at the event that you're at. Next, if you're a blogger and you don't want to start a podcast, this is a great thing to do. You can conduct interviews for your blog. Reach out to people. You can talk to them in person, Skype them, email, whatever, but conduct interviews to get to know their story and just get comfortable, with that conversation. If you want to be really crazy, you can do something called talk to strangers on the street, man on the street style. I know a couple people have been doing this. Stephanie O'Connell has done that for a video series, which is awesome. So get a camera, or just go in the street and start talking to strangers and say, I want to get some stats for a blog post I'm writing. Another thing, if you don't want to start your own podcast, be a guest on someone. I have a podcast, maybe you have a great story, you can be on mine, or there's lots of other podcasters in the house, so meet them and say, hey, I've got a great story, I'd be a really great guest, you should probably have me on. And if you want to do something even crazier, do something that I'm doing right now, which is the craziest thing I've probably done. This is crazy. I would have never done this 2 years ago. Absolutely not. I'd be crying or whatever. So do something crazy. And here, for all you ambitious people out there, which is everyone, because we're all overachievers, obviously, we're at FinCon. If you want something, go get it, period. There's no excuse. Do something crazy and come talk to me. I'm not afraid to you, so don't be afraid to talk to me. Thank you.